don't mind me making use of your kitchen, but my biological clock is still a little bit crazy. I was up at 5.
Hey, that looks terrific. What time is it back home, then?
Oh, about midnight. Oh, Vegas will just be coming to life.
Must be a very strange place to live.
Oh, it's a great place to live. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never stops. So you can go shopping, you can have your hair done, meet your friends for coffee, buy almost anything, any time of the day or night.
And all based on gambling, eh?
More or less. Of course, there is the entertainment and lots of sunshine. You gotta come over.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean it, Ralph. I mean it. You've been very, very kind to me letting me stay here. I'd sort of like to repay your generosity.
Oh, it's you that's been generous. I mean, serving me breakfast in bed. I can't remember the last time I did this.
Oh, that was nothing. You know, I used to try and persuade my husband Carter to have breakfast in bed. No way. Just a great pleasure to see a man take it easy.
Always on the go, was he?
Oh, just like Vegas, he never stopped. Teaching history, researching, tinkering with the old Thunderbird. He ate junk food, smoked too much, and tried to keep the bourbon industry going single-handedly. He had the survival instincts of a lemming.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't...
Oh, don't worry. We were happy. He wouldn't expect me to mourn him forever. So, Ralph, how do you make use of your time?
Well, I haven't got a fixed routine, really. I go down to the newsagent for the paper in the morning and sometimes in the evening. Go to the Commonwealth and Empire Club 3 days a week. I shop Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, and I go to the cemetery every other Sunday.
And you call that not having a fixed routine?
Yeah, I suppose I am in a bit of a rut, really.
There's a slight danger of that. Now, look, we don't know when we're going to get in touch with Mona and Gerald. So in the meantime, why not ditch your non-routine and show me around?
Well, I don't know about
Now,
that.
I am no freeloader. I don't want you to think that for one moment. I've got heaps of your crazy money and every major credit card.
Oh, well, yeah, I'd be delighted.
Yeah. Lucky Louise brought some extra food.
Well, you know what I think about that. Lucky the police haven't been around demanding that somebody pays for it.
She told me she paid for it herself, and I believed her.
You know what I think about that as well.
What?
You're beginning to believe everything she tells you, because you want to believe it. She's a lot cleverer than she first appears. And I think she's playing you for a mug.
She's a 14-year-old girl, for heaven's sake, Paul. You make her sound like Lucretia Borgia.
Well, she didn't exactly come to us with glowing references, did she? I hope you've made it quite clear that she's only staying the one night.
Yes, I have. I just don't believe that this is the same man who made such a fuss over that soldier's wife and now can happily kick a poor child out on the street.
I'm not happy about putting her or anybody else out on the street. But you've only got her word for it that that's where she came from.
Oh, Louise, leave those. I'll do them later.
It's okay. I like to do my share. You get used to it living somewhere like Chadwick House.
Do you do the washing up there?
Of course we do. Who do you think does it?
Staff, I suppose.
The aunties and uncles. They're just there to make sure we obey all the precious rules. We do the washing up, the cleaning, some of the cooking, peeling veg and that.
Well, this auntie'll dry the dishes.
Do you want me to call you auntie?
No. I think spurious titles are unnecessary and lead to complications.
What does spurious mean?
Would you like to explain?
It means not genuine.
Oh. I knew it couldn't be real. I just thought.
Hey, the contractions haven't started, have they?
Nah.
You look shattered.
I am. Gonna have to get another driver, you know.
Yeah, very sensible.
Mean less money, though.
Well, we managed before. We can manage again.
But that's it, isn't it? I mean, I don't want to just manage. I want us to get in front for once. I want us to be able to afford things for the baby and not have to worry about paying bills at the end of the week.
Well, you know, we'll be all right. You've just got to take it easy. Better poor and fit than rich and worn out.
That's what Barry said.
What?
That.
What? Well, it's obvious, really, isn't it? Harry for the carry cot?
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't want to stay too long.
Oh, he'll only be here for a couple of weeks, only till his mum gets back. He'll be gone by the time you've had the baby.
Oh, you will make sure of that. I mean, I just want it to be us.
You think I don't? Just relax.
Who are you going to get for your new driver?
Mick from Dawson's.
Well, hang on. Think about it before you dial.
What's there to think about? He's looking for a job, and I'm offering him one.
Yeah, but days or nights?
Days, of course. There's more money on nights.
What happens if the baby decides to be born at night?
Look, we'll sort that out when we come to it. Don't worry. I mean, I've thought of everything, all right? Hello? Hello? Is Mick there, please? It's Teddy Sullivan. Look, we'll just give him a message. When he comes in, ask him to ring me as soon as possible.
Hi. Surprise.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
All right. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So, keeping busy, are you?
Tea, coffee.
No, thanks. Just have breakfast. What's the matter?
What do you mean?
You're looking very pleased with yourself.
Oh, just pleased to see you. Nice surprise. No work?
No, I'm taking the day off. Oh. How about you?
Evening surgery and ironing.
You should get somebody else to do the ironing.
Oh, I enjoy ironing. It's relaxing.
If you really want to relax, I've got a container full at home.
No, thanks. So, how are you going to spend your valuable time off?
Any suggestions?
Cricket, golf, athletics, perhaps?
Oh, that all sounds very active.
I meant watching on television. Or I could postpone the ironing. We could go into town.
And?
Shop, see the sights, have lunch, trip on the river.
Let's do it all.
Okay.
How's Jess?
Oh, drive me up the wall, but terrific. And Hattie?
She doesn't want to go back to school. Not her current school. She wants to go to school in Manchester. That means she'd be with Rob during the week and spend the weekends with me. I don't want to be awkward and say no without thinking it through, but I don't know why she's suddenly changed her mind.
Has Rob been talking her into it?
No. No, it's entirely her own idea. Rob and I have talked about it, and he can't understand it either.
You're lucky to have someone to talk it over with.
I know, especially when we weren't that close in the first place.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'll have that cup of coffee and think about it. Want one?
No, thanks.
Think I'd better learn to drink coffee.
Blame the Brazilians. Well, up and at 'em. Where are you taking me today?
Well, there's the river, cathedrals. We've got two in Liverpool, one Anglican, one Roman Catholic.
Oh, I like that. Good place betting.
Yeah. Oh, there's the shops, the art galleries, museums, couple of stately homes nearby.
Stop right there. I love stately homes. Are they really old?
Yeah, I think Speke Hall's about 15th century.
Oh, my God, that's older than my country. You know, some of the performers in Vegas are older than the buildings. Well, shall we give Speke Hall a shot?
Oh, yeah, because I always like a drive out there.
Oh, before we go, though, I think I should tell Mona's girl, just in case she gets in touch with her mother.
Yeah, okay, Lana, let's go for it.
Right on, Ralph.
I've cleaned my room. Does it used to be Lucy's room?
Never stopped being her room.
Well, she hasn't used it for a long time, so I think it's fair to say it's more the spare room now.
What was she like?
I think you mean, what is she like?
Well, yeah, I suppose I do.
Haven't you seen her picture?
No?
There's one over there on the mantelpiece.
You must miss her.
Yes.
I'll get it. Hello.
Hello,
Come
Louise. Oh, Paul, don't get up.
Hello. I was just about to deliver you some groceries.
Oh, you needn't bother about that. We're going out for the day. And Ilana thought she'd better come over and let you know in case you contact Mona. Oh, there's your raffle tickets. I've written your name on the stubs, and you still owe me 10 quid.
Thank you, Ralph.
I think it unlikely that Mother will contact us.
Oh, don't worry about me. Ralph is a delightful host.
And Lana's breakfasts have to be seen to be believed.
Oh, who's this?
It's Lucy.
Our daughter.
Oh, isn't she pretty? And so much like you, Louise.
Do you think so?
Oh, yes, you could be sisters.
OK, you ready to go?
Uh-huh.
Just got a call in at the university, pick up a few things, then I'm all yours.
Promise?
Until I pick up Hattie, that is.
Oh, then I can fetch Jess. We'll take him to the park.
Great. And I've promised not to burden you with any more of my problems.
You're not burdening me. That's what friends are for.
Come on, then. Let's go and see the sights while there's still time, eh, Mr. Choi?
Fine, Miss Gregory.
Yes, Mum, I'm resting at the right time. Yeah, I did say that I'm not sleeping too well at night, but I'm still resting. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the doctor said it was about average at my stage of the pregnancy, but, you know, it does tend to go up with stress. And, Mum, I hate to say it, but if you keep... I know, and I'm just glad that you care so much, but... Yeah, I'll ring you later, OK? Bye. Oh, my mum's worried about my high blood pressure, and it's her that's the main cause of it.
Oh, well, she means well, doesn't she?
Oh, great. That's easy for you to say. She doesn't ring you every 5 minutes.
All right, next time she rings, I'll answer it then.
Right, you're on. It'll be the same time tomorrow. I know her routine now. She watches Neighbours, makes a cup of tea, and then settles down with the phone.
It's the first grandchild, isn't it? I mean, my dad's the same. I mean, mind you, he's more interested in wetting the baby's head, I suppose. His mates can still remember him celebrating me being born. I mean, that's nearly 30 years ago.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mum. What a surprise. It must be all of 30 seconds. Oh, listen, I can't because I'm just dashing up to the bathroom, but I mean, Terry would love to have a word with you.
in the cab. I've got to go outside.
We'll be back in a minute, Mum.
She's thrown me out because I've got a cold. Just don't deliberately give Tim a cold. There was a time when a pensioner like me had been looked after by his family. Not in today's age. I mean, a man who helped to repulse Hitler being thrown out because he's got a cold. The baby's going to get a cold, he'll get one. It's nothing to do with me. Where are you? Ralph Hardwick. Hey, this isn't mine, it's Ralph's.
I didn't think you were looking too well when you crossed the close before. Mind you, whatever you get up to behind your own front door, it's up to you, isn't it?
Hey! I've just come home unexpected. I don't know what's going on, but he's got a wardrobe full of women's clothes.
Well, like I said, it's got nothing to do with me, as I won't let anyone know your secret. Oh, turn it in, Harry. You're trying to kid me that that's a hanky.
Ah.
I had a chat with Hattie when you took Jess to the loo. Hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, I'm delighted you get on so well with her. What did she say?
When she spends the weekends with Rob, she plays with some local kids. And they continually tell her what a wonderful school they go to.
Oh, she didn't tell me that.
Professional bedside manner.
Well, if that's her main reason for wanting to change the arrangement with Rob, it sounds like a pretty good one from her point of view.
True. But I suggested that she change the stories. Tell the Manchester kids what a wonderful place Liverpool is. Hattie understood the logic and said she'd have a go.
What a clever person you are.
Only with other people's problems.
Thanks for talking to Hattie.
I did it in the interest of medical science.
Oh, yeah?
Well, if Hattie spends all weekend with you, what about your research? The Nobel Prize awaits you, Miss Gregory.
Well, you'll get a special mention in my acceptance speech. So, how's the campaign going?
Sickle cell anemia?
No, whooping cough.
Oh, don't talk to me about whooping cough. How do I say this tactfully?
What?
Well, as I mentioned in your acceptance speech,
Yes?
can I have an ice cream, please?
I think that could be arranged. Come on, you two.
Would you like a drink or anything, Paul?
No, thank you.
Why don't you like me, Paul?
Why'd you ask me that?
Well, if I knew, then maybe I could do something about it.
No, it isn't that I don't like you. No, if I've given you that impression, I'm sorry, because I honestly don't wish you any harm. It's just that I'm a bit set in my ways, and you've come as a bit of surprise, to be honest.
Well, surprise can sometimes be quite nice, can't they?
Yes, but even so, there are some people who don't take to surprises at all.
Do you think I'll steal things or something?
No, of course not.
You thought you'd stole the food I brought here yesterday.
Yes, well, there must have been £10 worth, and I did wonder where you got the money from, I must say.
My birthday.
What?
It was my birthday a couple of weeks ago. The 21st of July. The date that man first stepped on the moon, as a matter of fact. I got money as presents, because nobody ever knows what to buy me. Nearly £13. That's where I got the cash from.
You shouldn't have done that.
You've been good to me. You are, Annabelle. But I didn't want you to think I'd just take all the time. Did you say you wanted a drink or not?
No, thank you.
OK, I'll tell Anna.
Nice to see a man taking care of his motor. Especially when he's going to be a partner.
Is that right?
That's a deal, isn't it?
Not quite. I'm bailing you out by offering you a job at almost equal shares.
Almost equal.
Well, that's the way it is.
And I thought you were a gentleman.
I know, you thought I'd be a mug, didn't you? No, because I fell for that gag with the dead body, but not anymore, no.
Good one, that, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all right. But I'll show you that I'm still a gentleman by offering you a job. You can do the day shift, but it'll cost you 60 quid a week. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
I knew I should have asked for 70.
You should have offered 50.
Oh, that's typical, that, isn't it, eh? Well,
That's all right.
yes.
So you've decided to join the firm then, Mick?
Someone's got to get the country back on its feet. So how you doing, Sue?
Oh, I'm great. Just wish it was all over now, you know.
Yeah, I know. Last few weeks are always the slowest.
So you've got kids then, Mick?
Yeah, too.
Well, look, why don't you come in for a cup of tea?
Ah, cheers.
Run me to the chemist, will you?
What for?
Medicine. I've got nothing in the house and I'm dying with a cold.
Yeah, judging by what you wear in bed, I'm not surprised.
Oh, it's going to take a solicitor's letter to put you in your place. No, I'm just a lad to do it. Now get in there and give me less lip.
How do you know that I'm taking you nowhere?
You're supposed to be a taxi driver, aren't you? Servicing for the public. Old age pensioners, especially sick ones like me. Now get me down to the chemist or I'll report you.
Harry, you can report me to whoever you want. I'm not bothered. It doesn't matter to me. I've been working all week. I'm having a bit of time off, so I'm taking you nowhere.
All right, I'll pay you.
You what? Do you mean you weren't even going to pay anyway? Oh, on your bike, you.
They play well together, don't they?
Yes. Hattie's very good for her. Takes Jess out of herself.
What takes Michael Choi out of himself?
A walk in the park, a free ice cream, pleasant company. You all right?
I've hurt my knee.
Oh, let's have a look. You'll live.
Sometimes a cuddle's the best cure of all.
You know, my husband Carter would have loved Speak Hall. People must have been shorter in those days, though, judging by the height of the doors.
Yeah, I suppose they must have been.
I bet they had small carriages, too, a bit like this little sewing machine.
This little sewing machine is a very reliable small family car.
Oh, small family, all right. Like a single parent whose kids have left home. What's it called again?
A Fiesta.
I gotta get a picture of this because nobody at home would believe it. There you go. Some of the cars in Vegas, the courtesy cars especially, are so big, they got a tennis court in back.
I told you not to exaggerate.
Yeah. Hey, you're not gonna leave it there, are you? I mean, somebody could come along and tuck it under their arm and walk away with it.
That's not what worries me.
What does worry you?
What worries me is that some yank might come along and try to swallow it.
Okay. You want me to put a zipper on it, right?
No, no. You're like a breath of fresh air.
Just for that, I'll make you a nice cup of coffee.
Great.
I know all the arguments, Anna, and I am not being heartless. She has to go.
She just wants to stay for one more night.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Look, you're doing her no favors letting her linger on here. She has to go back to Chadwick House eventually.
What shall I tell her?
For God's sake, Anna. Just tell her that the local authorities insist on her being taken back. It's not unreasonable. This isn't her home. It's as simple as that.
I better get me things together then.
No, wait.
I'll finish off the car.
Look, you can always come back. You know that. Well, you do want to come back, don't you?
No, I don't want to go.
Now, look, you know you always had to. One night we agreed.
But I've helped in that, haven't I?
There isn't a problem. It's just that, well, Paul's got to be given time to accept your visits. He misses Lucy, and you remind him of her. But he will accept eventually. Just has to be given time.
You sound like you like to have me round all the time.
Oh, now, don't go putting words into my mouth. One step at a time.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell do you think you're talking to, buddy?
I'm talking to you, and I want to know what's going on around here.
Now just hold it right there.
Hello, Harry.
This is Harry. I thought it was something you scraped off the bottom of a shoe, only it talked. Not polite, but it talked.
Sold all the raffle tickets, Harry.
I'm not interested in the raffle tickets. I had to go down to the chemist because you weren't here. Why didn't you leave me a note?
Well, I usually do, and if I'd have known you were coming back, I'd have stayed in.
Oh, Ralphie, come off
Look,
it.
I'm sure it'll be all right if I can just explain.
Look, just get her out of here.
Do something!
"47 years after her bus accident, one woman prepares for an 8-hour operation. Jimmy's next.
Oh, yes. I can just imagine the comments if I turned up in court wearing something like that. It was far too young.
That's soft, you're not old.
Well, I certainly feel it. Ooh.
I love going shopping.
My feet ache, my head throbs, and I'm completely deaf. Why do those places have to play such loud music? Ooh.
Thanks for taking me. Thanks for all this.
I enjoyed it.
You spent a fortune on me.
Well, you needed some summer clothes. Just wish we hadn't done it all in an hour and a half.
Should I go make some tea?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Where's Mr. Collins?
Oh, I didn't say he was going out.
I'll do 3 cups.
I do hope these pizzas are all right.
Add me ought to eat those while they're hot.
No, it's too early. We'll heat them up later. Pepperoni and pineapple.
It's lovely. You can have a piece of mine.
No, thanks. Paul and I'll make do with the ham and mushroom.
You can get 23 different toppings in that place. I wondered if anyone's ever had them all.
Oh, you're back then. Louise?
Hello, Mr. Collins.
I thought we might try that bottle of white wine that Gordon gave us.
Now?
Yeah, I've chilled it. It's on the garden table.
I'm making tea.
I think I'd rather have a cup of tea.
Well, I've opened it.
Well, we can have it later with our pizzas.
Pizzas?
They're great, but the best you can get around here.
I've put a casserole on the timer. We discussed it this morning.
I forgot.
Well, we could cook it tonight and have it tomorrow.
I think that's our business, don't you?
It's all right, Louise. I'll finish making the tea.
It's okay.
No, I thought perhaps you might like to go upstairs and have a wash.
Oh, yeah.
I hardly think that was necessary.
The minute she comes in, she takes over.
For heaven's sake, she was only trying to help.
Dictating what we eat.
She's 14 years old, Paul. Is it too much to ask for you to eat a pizza?
Does she have to come for days at a time?
And what do you suggest? Something like prison visiting?
Well, you might have discussed it with me.
I seem to remember that when I did try to talk to you about it, you were too busy.
So, we're committed to having until Wednesday.
Yes.
And that's that, then.
Paul, I do wish you'd come with us this afternoon.
Go on. Tell me about the horrors of that children's home.
You don't listen, do you? I'm talking about shopping. I took Louise to buy some clothes.
Subsidizing now, is it? Not just befriending?
I wish you could have seen her. Dragging me from shop to shop, trying everything on, enjoying herself.
I'm sure.
She's just like it used to be, with Lucy.
Well, just as long as you realize I'm busy for the next day or two. It's up to you to keep her amused.
Are you going out?
Yeah, I thought I'd go for a walk. Might even call in at the club.
Paul, this is her first proper meal with us. You can't just disappear.
Enjoy your pizzas.
That's 18 minutes she's been on there.
Look, I said I'll pay.
We should send the bill to Paul Collins. Anyway, what are you making for tea? It's your turn, you know.
Well, the sun's still shining in Vegas. My family's all well and happy, so I can quit worrying and enjoy my dinner out.
You're eating out?
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Isn't he kind, Harry? He's taking me to this place that looks out over the ocean. It sounds just great.
It's only West Kirby.
Oh, maybe Harry would like to go, too.
No.
Oh, well, I'll leave you two boys to discuss it. I'm going to go and have a bath.
Are you out gallivanting again?
You don't want to come, do you?
What? Listen to her talking all night? I'm up to the cemetery.
Look, I can make you a sandwich if you like.
No need to bother. I'll get some chips.
Look, if you'd like to hang on a while, we could run you down the cemetery.
You must be joking.
Joking? Why?
How would it look? Me turning up to the cemetery with a strange woman in my car.
She's not a strange woman. She's a guest.
Shall I put some of these in Grace's pot?
What do you think?
You look good.
It's Grace, isn't it? Was Mr. Collins mad at you for spending all this money on me?
No, of course not.
He doesn't like me, does he?
Well, I'm sorry about that. It's not that Paul doesn't like you. It's just that, well, he's a lot older than me and a little bit set in his ways.
I get on his nerves. Is that what you mean? I do, don't I?
You're a change of routine. He'll get used to it.
You said that before.
Why don't you go up and try the skirt and top on?
All right. You won't tell him at Chadwick House that I get on Mr. Collins' nerves, will you?
No, of course not.
Hey, what are you doing back so early?
It's gone quiet all of a sudden.
Oh, look, if it goes quiet, don't stay in one place. You move around, you know.
I didn't say it being quiet all day. I got 2 fares to the airport and I picked up a return on the second trip.
Oh, great.
Thought I'd give you me settle early, like. In case I go and spend it.
And now, don't even think about that. Heart attack or not, Ray will kill you if you don't settle on the day.
What is it now? 50?
60. Hey, do you want a cup of coffee?
Great, sir. Where's the missus?
Going to a mass. She's going to get a pushchair or something. Baby's not even born yet. It's costing us a fortune.
Yeah. Know the feeling.
Don't you prefer the blue top with it?
No, that one's better. Wear the blue top with the trousers.
Do you think so?
You look great.
Well, I've got this kind of silky scarf I could wear with this. Oh, Granny gave it me.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, you could wear chunky beads.
I wish I'd brought my scarf with me.
Well, I've got some scarves upstairs. Bottom drawer of my dressing table. Nip out and try them.
Can I?
I'm sure you'll find one to match. Oh, and there's some beads, top right-hand drawer.
Great.
Remember, we still got to eat. You can manage Paul's pizza as well.
Easy.
Oh, yeah, I won't let anyone smoke in the cab. Not even if it's a mate.
Some of them get really snotty, don't they?
You're not joking. You know what? Women are the worst. They are. Is that it there?
Yeah.
Right. I'll drop that off at Ray's later.
This Ray. One of the guys was telling me he's had a hack for 20-odd years.
Yeah. No wonder he's got a bad heart.
He must be minted.
Well, if he is, he's not splashing it around.
The thing is, I mean, he's not going to be spending too much at the moment, is he? I mean, with him being off and all that. So couldn't we tell him we want to drop the settle a bit?
No chance.
Why not? He's not driving, we're doing it all.
Look, it took me months to get on this game. I'm not going to blow it now by asking for an extra couple of quid. And anyway, if I mention that to him, he'd probably sack me.
I was just thinking, that's all.
Well, don't. I can always get someone else, you know. And take no notice of what it says on the telly. There's plenty of people out there looking for jobs. Oh, look, I'm not having a go at you or anything like that. I mean, it's just the way it is. Have you had anything to eat?
No.
Just to show you there's no hard feelings, I'll go and do something. I mean, even you're better than my own company at the moment.
I suppose you're slightly better than mine.
Louise? Louise?
I didn't mean to.
Have you been reading them?
They looked interesting. Who's Brian?
How many have you read?
Just a couple.
Out.
I'm sorry.
Don't you dare go snooping in my things again.
I'm sorry.
Get out. Go on. Go on. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Mom. You said you'd stay away. I told you.
Listen, girl, I stayed away from this lot for too long.
What lot?
That Jimmy Corkill showed me this today. I thought that clown of a brother-in-law of yours was winding me up till I saw it. What are you doing, letting him swan around Ireland with that one? What, eh?
What could I do, Mum?
You came back here to get him off here. He's your husband, not his.
I'm still trying.
Trying? You got back in this house and then you let her just waltz off with him.
For God's sake, he followed you. What could I do?
You should have stopped him. The kids want you back. You told me that.
It's not up to the kids. It's Billy's choice. Why didn't you pass my letters on to them?
Oh, and have him calling me for interfering. Practically every time I came round here since you left, I've been thrown out. Anyway, why didn't you write to them yourself?
I just didn't.
You didn't even give me an address for the past 12 months. If I could have found you, I could have warned you about that bitch getting her feet under the table. It's your own fault. You've left it too long. So while he's away, you better get moving. Half this place belongs to you for starters, and the same with the furniture. Have you seen a solicitor yet?
No.
Well, see one? I can't. If you don't make a move, she'll come out with everything. Tell her, will you, love? She's better off without your dad. She should see a solicitor and get her share.
Mum?
She's realised a mistake. Well, she's worked just as hard as he did, so she's entitled to half of everything.
What have you been saying?
What I've been saying for years. She should never have married him. Once a cork-hill, always a cork-hill. And no Mark. The way he's treated her.
He was always good to me, always.
Good? He's a no good. Always has been, always will be.
Just go, Nan, all right?
I'm entitled to my say, and I want the best for her.
Oh, well, the best isn't making her upset. Can't you see she's upset enough as it is, you stupid bitch?
Don't you speak to me like that, me girl.
I'm just telling you to go, all right?
I won't forget this, Tracy.
You all right?
Yeah, you touched lucky with this place, didn't you?
You're not kidding. I was getting desperate, you know, with Sue being pregnant and that.
If we'd have had a decent place, we might have lasted a bit longer. Me and the wife, like, we split up just before Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
We had this Corpy flat, you know. Nowhere for the kids to play and dogs and robbers everywhere.
Well, that's what I was dreading, really. Until Jonathan let us rent this place.
The wife's still there, like, but it's paradise to the dump I'm in now.
Where are you?
Scarab Street.
Yeah, see what you mean.
I mean, it wouldn't be so bad, but it's still expensive.
Have you finished?
Yeah, thanks. I hardly see the kids and all. See, they can't come back to the flat, so we spend half the time out. I only see them one day a week, but it all adds up, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I asked about the money.
Well, it is a bit extra, isn't it?
I'm not knocking it. At least it means we can have a change from McDonald's on Sunday. Yeah, I might even get the lad a new footy kit, you know. You want to see him with a ball, lad?
How old is he?
5. And the girls, too. And I've got her down to be a singer. She's always singing a little head off.
I hope my kids end up better off than me.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about it, being a dad. You're scared stiffer than making the same mistakes you did. I only kept out of trouble by the skin of my teeth.
Me and all. And Jimmy mum died when I was too young to remember it properly.
My mum brought us lot up. My half fella didn't even bother to go to the hospital when I was born. That's why I was there for both of mine.
Were you? What's it like?
Oh, it's horrible. Nah, it's brilliant. I mean, well, up here, you're dreading that something's gone wrong, you know? But in here, I mean, oh, I feel great. I mean, it's like you're on a drug or something. You feel so high.
Oh, do you reckon I should be there when she has our kid?
Oh, what? Don't you miss that, whatever you do. I mean, kids are kids, I know, but if you're there when they're born, that's special, that. And then you get the little bundle home, and you haven't got a minute to yourself.
You lost something?
Oh!
She wouldn't creep up on me.
I wasn't. You must have a guilty conscience.
Fractured me skull there.
What have you lost?
Lana's lost her shades.
Her stays? What you been doing in there?
Shades!
Eh?
Sunglasses. It's what Americans call sunglasses.
Going to dinner in sunglasses? Is it a fancy dress, though?
Hi, Ralph. I found them.
It is a fancy dress, though.
I'm sorry she upset you. My dad would have killed her for that.
Would he?
What you were saying before to me nan, you said my dad was always good to you. Always.
He was.
Why did you leave him then?
It's all over and done with, love.
I just don't understand. Was he with Sheila Grant before you left?
No. Is that what you thought?
We didn't know what to think. I just don't understand.
I left your dad because him and some other fellas, they did do that supermarket robbery where that bloke got stabbed. Remember?
That? Oh, God. Jamie always said he did it.
He was right.
I don't believe it.
That was why that fella threatened you.
When they tried to mug me.
That wasn't a mugging, not a real one. That was to keep your dad quiet.
My dad didn't stab that supermarket manager.
No, no. He went back and took him to casualty. The only thing was, the bloke was bent himself. He had your dad where he wanted him after that, blackmail him into robbing all sorts. Your dad did it all for me. He did it because he loved me, all of us. He was out of work. We couldn't keep up the mortgage on this place. I spent too much. It wasn't just them crooks that forced him into it. It was me as well. That was why I left. Well, can't you see? If I'd have stayed, he'd have kept on. I loved him too much for that. He's not a criminal, love. He's a good man. We couldn't stay together after that. I couldn't live with someone thinking that every knock at the door was going to be the police come to take them away. Do you understand?
I don't understand why you never kept in touch. The police never got him. I'm sure he's never done anything else like that. So why'd you stay away so long?
I just couldn't risk it, love. I couldn't. Maybe I was wrong.
Rod mustn't find out about this.
I know we'll find out. If Sheila Grant wants him, she can have him with all his secrets. Then let's see how keen she is, eh?
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it's me. Had you forgotten? I'm the fella that's looking after your mother's American friend.
Louise? What's wrong? What are you doing here?
Mrs. Collins shouted at me and told me to go.
What about? Come on, you better come back.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Of course you can. Come on.
When is your mother coming back, then?
I don't know, Harry. They're touring Scotland. We haven't even had a card from them.
I'm only a pensioner, you know. I'm not running a hotel over there. I mean, it's been a week now. The least you and Paul could do is take it out for the day.
Yes.
So that's agreed. You and Paul will take it out for the day.
What?
That you and Paul will take Lana out for the day.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
Good. Pleased to hear it.
What's going on?
I'll be in touch with you, Paul.
What?
About you and Annabelle taking this Lana one out for the day.
Oh, yeah, yes, thank you, Harry. She was standing by the phone box crying her eyes out. What are the neighbours going to think? And Chadwick House. What's it all about?
We had a...
It was all my fault. I spilled black pepper all over the kitchen floor.
Is that all?
Mrs. Collins told me to stop messing, but I didn't.
Is that right?
I lost my temper.
Can I come back?
That was the arrangement. Black pepper. What on earth are you thinking about?
St James's Hospital is never quiet. We follow the day-to-day running of this real-life drama next in Jimmy's.
Well, have a talk to Roger. I've got special plans for this weekend. Sorry, but tell Dr. Bryant any other weekend I'd stand in for him. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Bye now. Bye, Margaret.
Hi.
You made it.
Yeah. So, what's all this about?
You're not busy then?
Oh, no, the place is like a morgue. Why do lab technicians always seem to go on holiday en masse?
I didn't remember till this morning it was my afternoon off. Can you believe that?
Oh, yes, I can believe that. So, where are we going?
Ah, secret.
I haven't had any lunch, by the way. I don't mean to hint or anything, but...
We'll sort that out. Ready?
Just got to go to the loo. I can't believe this. We've both got an afternoon to spare and a weekend yet to come.
Mr. Collins said he'd have his lunch out.
I know.
He's being very nice to me. We had a good talk when we went down for the papers this morning. He told me about your Lucy.
Oh.
About living in Italy and France and that. I've never been abroad. Can I help?
No, fine, thank you. I'm just pottering.
Thought you were watching the television.
There's only cricket and boring old films. You're good at gardening, aren't you?
No more than anyone else.
You are. You've got it lovely. Ours just used to be old weeds. My dad's was hopeless.
Well, it does takes practice and sparing the time. You should have seen my mother's garden when she was younger.
Have you always lived in nice houses?
Nicer than this, I suppose, yes.
This is nice. It's the nicest I've ever been to. There must be something I can do to help. You've bought me these clothes. There must be something I can do for you.
I'm all right on my own, thank you.
Should I do with something to eat?
Just go and sit down. You don't always have to be doing something for me.
I like to.
There's no need.
Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins said that you might like a hand in the garden.
I'm fine. Why don't you go and find something to do?
You get back to bed, love. I'm bringing your tea up.
Oh, is that a serious offer?
Get lost, Jim.
All right, I'll tell you what, we'll just skip the bed bit tonight.
Hey, get off! Hey, isn't she up yet? No, midwife said she's got to stay in bed. She's going dizzy, her blood pressure's up.
But she's going to be all right, though, isn't she?
I hope so, but she's not to get up for more than 4 hours a day. And then she's to take it easy.
Right.
Hey, she doesn't want junk like that blaring out. A bit of music will do some good, sir. Turn it off. All right, I'll turn it off. Just keep it quiet, eh? Oh, by the way, the midwife said you need your adenoid seen to.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. She said the only thing she's heard snore as bad as you was a pig. Oh, hey, what are you doing?
Oh, look, if I'm going to be stuck up here, I might as well get some washing done.
Come on, back to bed.
It won't take a minute.
Don't want you arming yourself now. Come on.
I'm fine now.
She said bed rest.
Well, there was no need to phone her, you know.
Well, we don't want to take any chances, not after last time.
Well, I was just feeling a little bit giddy, that's all.
She said your blood pressure was nearly through the roof.
Well, I just lay it on. I mean, anyone who's had a baby will tell you that.
Yeah, well, you're going to stay here now. If there's any washing to be done, I'll do it.
No, because you should be resting yourself.
I'm fine.
Well, you didn't get in till 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, well, I'm not having a baby, am I? You stay there from now on, right?
Has he said anything about going?
No, but if he doesn't quieten down, I'll kick him out, mate or no mate.
Well, it's not really bothering me.
She said you have to stay calm. Hey! I've told you she needs quiet.
I'm only home with cancer.
Well, it sounds like you're building a flaming ship. And will you pack the whistling in as well?
I always like a bit of music in the morning, don't I?
Well, not in here, you don't.
I can't even breathe in here
Just
with you.
keep your voice down.
I'm not
will
shouting,
ya?
Teddy. You're the one that's
Hey,
shouting.
stop people. What are you doing up?
I feel like I'm refereeing.
Come on, back to bed.
Oh, Terry, I've got to do something. I can't just lie up there reading old magazines. Do you want some lunch?
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
I meant Terry.
No, we'll sort it out ourselves if we want anything. Go on, bed.
But I mean, Teddy, if she feels up to it, I mean,
What do you know? Now you be quiet. Go on, I told you, get to bed.
I'm bored stiff.
I don't care, bed.
Hey, keep the noise down, will you, Teddy?
The flaming hell's that now? You make sure you stay in bed. All right, come in.
Sorry to bother you, lad.
Hey, where's the cab?
I didn't know what to do. The brakes have gone.
Oh, you're joking.
It's a cylinder, I think. Look, I brought it round on the handbrake, but I
Well,
mean...
that's all I need, isn't it?
What did you say? The cylinder's gone? Near side rear, I think.
Well, where have you left it?
Yeah, by the Pacific Star.
Oh, well, that's great, that, isn't it? I mean, there won't be a tyre left on it. And it's going to be off the road for at least a day.
No, it won't, sir.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't, sir. I'll run him down a Pacific Star and we'll get it sorted, all right?
Where? Look, I'll get it fixed for you, okay? Oh, all right then, go ahead.
Come on, Nick.
Right.
I'll tell you what, while I'm out, I'll get some chips and leave them down a pier. You won't be able to hear me there, will you, Ted?
Just go, will ya?
Did you finish the gardening?
No, I've got some more weeding to do and I want to trim the edges.
This is nice.
Yes.
Mr. Collins is talking to me more than you do now. He does.
I'm just glad you're getting on together.
I want to get on with both of you. I do, you know.
Does prying into other people's things help?
It's just... You've got such a lovely bedroom.
Will you stop saying everything is lovely and great?
It is, yeah.
That doesn't answer my question.
I was made up when you said I could go and look at your beads and scarves. It was like living here properly. I didn't want to go spying.
Those letters were private.
No one's ever sent me a letter. I couldn't help it. I just wanted to see what they were like.
You had no right.
I'm sorry.
The damage is done and they've been destroyed.
Thrown them away.
It's really none of your business.
Why were you so angry?
Look, Louise, I don't
I'm
want...
interested. I don't want you to shout at me again.
And I don't want to discuss it.
Mr. Collins does know about those letters, does he?
Oh, I imagine you'd worked that out right from the start. Thus, the little fairy tale about spilt pepper.
I didn't want to get you into trouble.
Well, they're destroyed now, and that's the end of it. If you want to help me, you can do these dishes.
Oh, what are you doing up?
Oh, not again, love, please.
Look, I'm worried about you, that's all. I mean, we've had one scare, haven't we? I mean, we don't want to take any risks.
I'm fine now, honestly.
Look, I know things haven't been going right for us the last few months and that. I mean, with Jonathan messing us about with the house, but I mean, everything's just been a strain on you.
Yeah, but what about the strain on you?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm just a bit knackered, that's all. And on top of everything else, the brakes have gone on the cab.
Listen, don't start worrying about that. You'll run yourself into the ground.
Well, I just hope Barry and Mick sort the cab out. I mean, I don't want Ray having a relapse.
It'll be you that'll have a relapse.
Oh, don't be soft.
I'm serious, love. I mean, OK, I need rest, but so do you. I mean, you've put up with it all as well, you know. I don't want a zombie watching me give birth. Or a husband in another bed at the hospital. I'll go make some coffee.
No, I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. And then I'll go back to bed, but on one condition.
What?
That you get some rest. And you stop worrying yourself about me and about Barry and about everything else. Me and the baby are going to be fine. I promise. Don't worry.
anything at all. What's next? I can't stop eating these.
Oh, shumai and pagua.
Don't tease. What are they?
Minced pork dumpling and spare ribs in black bean sauce. To you?
Oh, it looks gorgeous. It is. What does dim sum actually mean?
A little of what you fancy, or something like that. There are thousands of dim sum restaurants in Hong Kong. Not so many over here. This is quite successful for that.
Did you ever work here?
You could say that. Till midnight sometimes, even when I was at school.
Sounds awful.
It was expected.
Are you enjoying the food, Miss Gregory?
Oh, yes, it's lovely.
You might find yourself another customer.
Perhaps so. You've come to the right place, Miss Gregory. Rodia Leko Hagaole. I've got the finest dim sum chef in the north of England.
My father poached him from the best dim sum restaurant in Hong Kong.
Poached?
Shamelessly bribed.
But he's paid for himself 10 times over.
Well, I certainly like his spare ribs. Looks delicious.
Have you eaten much Chinese food, Miss Gregory?
Please, call me Alison. Yes, I love Chinese food. Michael's cooked for me. It was very good.
I see. But Michael's got a long way to go before he can compare with Li Kwok.
Louise?
What are you doing? Have you been in my room?
I was just collecting these to wash.
You had no right.
I want to help you, but you won't let me. I've said I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have done it. What more do you want?
These are very good.
Char siu bao, little buns with roast pork.
Hattie would love to come here. She loves to nibble.
Yes, you must bring her some time. I'll show her my kitchen.
How about this weekend? We could bring Jess and Hattie. She's been a bit restless just lately. Rob and I have agreed she can spend the weekend in Liverpool. I'd really like it to be special for her.
How about Saturday, Dad?
Weekends I usually book in advance. Michael, a moment. I'd like you to check Li Kwok.
Check him.
He burnt himself this morning. His arm.
Can't it wait?
No, Michael, you go.
Excuse us.
No, I haven't heard from her. And if your next question is, are these knockoff? Well, no, they're not. All right.
We got a postcard from them. They're coming home on Monday.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, well, he don't know my mum's still here. There's going to be murder.
Well, I tell you what, my mum and our Claire get hurt. Your old fella's in trouble. Do you hear?
Yeah, well, if you start any, I'm going to nick you.
Hey, don't be bringing the business into this, Rod. Not where my family's concerned.
Yeah, well, I don't want any aggro on my own doorstep, do I?
Well, what do you propose to do about it then? Arrest your own mum and dad?
Oh, don't be soft.
You're the one that's being soft. What happens if my mum turns up there and your ma's there? You've got to get rid of it.
I can't do that.
Scared of your own mum, are you?
Well, I can't just throw her out. It's her house.
Well, what are you going to do then?
I don't know.
Oh, you fellas supposed to have the answers to everything.
I don't know what I'm going to do, Barry. You're going to have to help me out.
Well, look, you're going to have to make sure my mum and our Claire don't come down there.
Yeah, well, I was thinking you could meet Sheila and Claire off the ferry and my dad could sort it out.
All right. But you better tell us what time the ferry gets in and all that and where we're supposed to meet. And you better get some clothes together for me mum, because she might have to stop at Matty's, mightn't she?
All right, Barry. Going to be in the CID, you know.
Oh, are you? Well, don't put an advert in the Echo. All right, Rod. Later.
It's a tiny oil burn, nothing. He must get hundreds.
I just wanted to make sure.
Come on, Dad, what is it? Just tell me.
Remember my old friend, Mr. Ying, the surgeon?
Yes.
His daughter, Amy. She's in England for a few weeks. She's coming up to Liverpool at the weekend. He's an old friend. She's looking forward to it. Surely you can spare a weekend for the daughter of one of my best friends?
I'm working.
Oh? Miss Gregory was making plans for the weekend, not just for herself.
Yes, I know. I haven't told her yet.
Amy is in Liverpool for 10 days.
You know how busy we are right now.
Too busy to escort the daughter of one of the finest surgeons in Hong Kong. Your friend out there. She isn't the only career woman in the world, you know. Miss Amy is a qualified accountant.
Work's very difficult at the moment.
Even the busiest doctor can get time off when it's necessary. Enjoy your dim sum. My compliments to Miss Gregory.
Is the chef all right?
He'll live.
Your father protecting his investment?
Something like that. Ready?
Yes. Yes, it was lovely. Shall I thank your father?
He sends his compliments. He'll be happy you enjoyed it.
Shouldn't we tip the waiter?
It's not expected.
The paper was on the little desk. I hope you didn't mind me taking it.
No, that's all right.
I don't know whether to show you or not.
Is it another drawing of me? You know, you really should keep it up. You've got a talent.
This one's of Mr. Collins.
May I see?
I hope you don't think it's horrible.
I won't know if I don't see it.
That's a mega slice of pizza, pepperoni and pineapple.
His face. You've got it just right.
I think I'm ready to go now. I am sorry. I wouldn't tell anyone, you know.
Well, they're gone now anyway.
I still wouldn't. I'll get me things.
Do you have to go just now?
Well, you said I'd be back before tea.
I could always ring Chadwick House and say you'll be back later this evening. Then we could finish the gardening.
If it's okay. Can I come again soon? I promise I won't cause any more trouble.
I could ring and speak to them now.
Right, it's all fixed.
Thank God for that. I've lost hours.
Hey, yeah, Mick, any chance of a lift into town?
All right.
Oh, what for? You've got your own car, haven't you?
Hey, Terry, I don't want to be drinking and driving, do I? I might go to a club or something like that.
Oh, no, you're not bumming no lifts in my cab.
Oh, cheers, Ter. You're already only 20 quid for the brakes.
Well, we'll just knock it off the rent, you know, it's all right.
Oh, very nice.
Hey, Mick, seeing as you've lost some hours and that, like, why don't you do the nights if you want?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm too knackered, and I want to stay with Sue anyway.
Nice one. Cheers.
Hey, listen, I'll only be 5 minutes then.
You what?
Oh, no, well, oh, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, make it 10, eh, Mick? I mean, I'm a bit dirty, aren't I?
All right.
I don't think I could eat another thing. People say you're hungry half an hour after Chinese food. It's nonsense.
I'll just go check to see if there's any messages on my answer machine. Okay.
Sure.
Hello, Margaret. It's Dr. Choi again. Can I speak to Dr. Bryant, please? Oh, I see. I'll just leave a message. Can you tell him that I can cover for him this weekend after all? Yes. Bye.
Is there something wrong?
I'm going to have to let you down. I'm sorry.
Oh, but you're supposed to be free all afternoon.
I was talking about the weekend. I'm going to have to work after all.
Oh, damn it. What about Jess and Hattie?
I'm sorry. I couldn't get out of it.
Terry, get it sorted.
I have got it sorted.
I told you should have left it to me.
No, I know what I'm doing. It's all right. Yes, I do. Stop moaning, will you? Look, yeah, that's it. That should do it.
Oh, at last.
Well, we'll check the oil, eh?
Yes, let's check the oil, eh?
Just like old times, this, isn't it? You know, used to do the car balloting.
No, it's not like old times. Everything changes around here, doesn't it?
I suppose you're right.
I mean, remember when my mum and dad moved into that house, first of all? I thought it was going to be forever. She was made up to.
You would have the last couple that'd happen to, wouldn't you?
Mind you, if you can get married, anyone can.
Well, it's brilliant. You should try it.
Why should I? Especially when there's still a window full like that over there.
Yeah, but I think she's spoken for one anyway. She's out of your league, isn't she?
Don't you reckon?
Yeah. All right. Been to school?
No, play skiing.
Oh. Oh, yeah. This is Barry. He's staying with us for a bit.
Hello.
Oh,
I've seen you, haven't I? On the photos?
What photos?
Well, Sue's been showing them around the close, hasn't she?
Oh, well, she's been showing the photos around.
Can I go and find Jess?
Yeah, tell Caroline to put the kettle on.
She'll know, won't she?
8 going on 80, that one.
Funny, you don't think of children as being people, do you? Not till you have one. I always used to think kids, well, they just messed about.
Oh, she does her fair share of that. She just seems grown up because she spends so much time with adults. I suppose it's with her being an only one.
Oh, me and Sue aren't going to stop at one. We're going to have 2, maybe 3.
Hey, Terry, wait till they have one first, like.
Anyway, Caroline's expecting me. I'll see you. Bye.
See ya.
Ta-ra.
Told you.
Yeah, well, never mind. There's plenty more fish in the sea. You don't know what you're missing, sir.
Neither do you.
This is the daddy doll, this is me, and that's the mummy. What's it called? Tan He. What's that mean? It's my Chinese name. They've come for tea.
Hello. How are you?
We've come for tea. You can play with the daddy doll if you want. I look after my dad when I'm at his house. It's my daddy's house. I know. I think that's why when your mum keeps coming.
Oh, do you think we can manage it?
Why not?
Okay.
Let's try.
All right. I'd like to get it up before Michael comes home.
OK, how long have we got?
Well, you know how it is.
Yes, I do.
OK, here.
You're not going to put it here, are you? Right in the middle of the lawn. It'll ruin the garden.
Yeah, but if it's in the middle, it'll give her more room. The garden's for Jess, isn't it?
It's up to you. You're not going to be able to keep Hattie away now you've got a swing.
Good. OK, let's start by getting this stuff out. Oh. I only hope you're good at jigsaws. OK, where's the map?
Time for bed. They've only just had their tea. Yes, Mummy. I'll do the washing up then. He can't. He's got to go to bed. Grown-ups don't go to bed when children do. He has to go to bed. They've all got to go together. That's just silly.
OK. What is it?
She won't give me my dolly back.
It is her doll.
Oh, have it.
And she is younger than you.
I didn't want to play with them anyway.
Come on now. Oh, I'm sorry, they're her favourite toy. Her mother bought them.
Don't worry.
Come on, Jessica. Let's put them to bed, shall we? What?
Now they'll be safe.
They will.
Mind your feet!
You are?
I said mind your feet!
Oh.
And what's this doing here?
Oh, that's where it went. I thought the washer had had it.
Look at the state of this place. It's like a vampire's haversack.
But what am I supposed to do? How would you like to make your bed up from scratch every night?
It was you that invited Lana to stay here.
No, it wasn't. It was Mona.
Well, you're thick enough with her now she's here. Now get this place cleaned up.
Right. I'll put him in your room.
Oh, no, you won't. I take a pride in my bedroom.
All right, I'll put him in Lana's room.
And you won't go in there neither. That's a lady's room. There's no much you might have left lying around.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Put him in the bath? Can't stand there like Wurzel Gummidge.
All right, put them back in there, but see that folded properly.
Oh.
And take this as well before I throw it in the bin.
Oh!
You.
Oh, well, now I've seen everything. Oh, it needed doing. What's this? Tell Mr. Larter. Oh, that's left over from John and Cheryl. Thought Sue might be feeding it on it. Bad enough making you clean the fridge. She's not making me do it. She doesn't even know I'm doing it. Humus. Oh, this is the stuff that looks like mud, isn't it? Well, I just want her to rest so she can get that blood pressure down. She'll be all right, don't won't she, sir? I hope so. Get that, will you? It's probably Mick. And cottage cheese as well. What do you like, sir? All right, Mick.
All right, Brett.
Tisn't? Yeah, he's in the back.
Got a present for him. Finished now. In fact, I'm looking for someone to come and join me for a bevy.
Oh, well, I might be your man then.
Nice one. Tez got time for a quick one.
Well, you know what he's like. A woman's work is never done.
Oh, shut it. You, how have you done? Terrible. 12 quid in 4 hours. You on?
Yeah. Come on, Sally, take your penny off and come with us. Oh, behave, will ya? I've got a business to run.
You'd be lucky. Like the Mary Celeste out there.
That might pick up. Looks like we're on our own then.
Look, if you go down there, you're only going to be sat in the back of the cab with the next man in line.
Come on, Sally, give yourself a break, eh? No chance. Look, I've got rent to pay and that. Looks like we're drinking his then. Well, I'll tell you what, Sally, you can give us a lift, because I don't want to take my car from Bevian. Hey, if you want a lift, you're going to have to give me a hand to get this lot back in the fridge.
Hey, it seems all right.
We've done very well.
Can I have a go?
No, let Jess have a go first.
Granddad!
May I introduce Amy Ying,
A friend of the family's.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
This is Alison Gregory.
a friend of Caroline's.
I want to show you something.
Just what I like.
And I'm Harriet. Hello.
All right?
You said Jess was having first go.
Dad keeping you busy?
He never stops, does he?
Where's Michael?
He'll be back soon. Amy's on a visit from Hong Kong.
On holiday?
Yes. Mr. Choi and Caroline have been showing me around Liverpool. It's very nice.
It's very nice to have the chance. Really Amy 唔該你行過嚟。
好啦。Jessica，俾你啊。多謝。
乜嘢嚟㗎？咁靚嘅，你有冇講多謝啊？
唔使啦。
I don't know why you're doing that. They won't be here for ages yet.
Mona only invited them for lunch.
Typical.
I mean, she won't have much in, will she? I mean, they've only just come back from their holidays.
They'll be stopping somewhere for tea, won't they? If you take people for a day out, you make a proper day of it.
Oh, watch it, Monty. Hope you're going to save some of that for Lana.
They won't be back till midnight. They're always getting traffic jams on that M6.
I hope they're all right. Who was driving, Paul or Annabelle?
Look, Lana's a grown woman, Ralph. You shouldn't be worrying about her. Put the kettle on, will you?
Look, I said save some of that.
A quarter only goes between two.
Well, you should have got some more then, shouldn't you?
Do you think I'm made of money?
Oh, don't start that again.
What about that call she made to Vegas? You still owe me £14.50 for that.
She's a guest.
Well, if you want to share with her, you can do. It's all right with me. But there's no way she's getting any of mine.
All right, Harry, fair's fair.
You're right there. And it's only fair that you're the one that should be sharing your tea with Lana, seeing as you're the one that's so keen on her.
I'm just trying to show a bit of British hospitality, aren't I? You're the one that's supposed to be so patriotic.
Look, patriotic to me means my country. I didn't invite Lana. I didn't want her to come in the first place. That's why it's your bed she's sleeping in, and your tea that she... Hey, you little... What are you doing? Drop it, drop it.
Hey, leave my dog alone.
It's eating me tea.
Put him down.
I'll put him down, all right. Outside, and he's not coming back in again. Well, with your dog and your woman, this house isn't my own.
Let that dog back in.
That dog's not coming back in. Neither is your lady friend, neither. I've just had enough of it.
Listen, mate, she's my friend, and she can stay here as long as she likes. 'Cause if she goes, I go, right?
Hello, Hetty. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Michael.
Well, I know I shall be back in plenty of time, but...
Well, you weren't.
Oh, don't be stupid. It's only half an hour.
It's not that. What is it?
I think it's that lady.
What lady? Oh,
Amy. I presume you do know her?
she's a friend of the family.
Yes, I know that. In fact, I know everything about her. She's got a degree from Hong Kong University. She's got this wonderful job as an accountant. She comes from one of the best families in Hong Kong, and she just loves Liverpool.
My father?
Yes, except for the last bit. That was Amy. Your father's made his feelings perfectly clear. He's done nothing but sing her praises all afternoon.
I don't want this.
He's made his feelings clear about me, too. Now, come and Hattie, get in.
Please.
It's all right. I'm doing the only thing I can.
Don't go.
Don't worry. I didn't offend anybody. I just suddenly remembered some pressing business.
She said I had to do my homework.
Let me explain.
What is there to explain? I'm not stupid.
We can't talk here.
In front of the house, you mean, where they might see?
Where everyone might see.
Do you know how your father makes me feel? As if I'm an intruder. As if I'm dangerous.
Well, to him, you are. Look, all he wants are things like they used to be. What he really wants is May Lynn back.
And if he can't have that, he'll have Amy Ying.
He won't force her on me.
Oh, I know that. It's all so polite, isn't it? He hasn't said a rude word to me, but that doesn't stop
I
me
know what he
knowing how
wants, and he's
feels.
not going to get it. I know I can't have May Lynn back.
But you might just settle for Amy Ying.
You don't understand.
Hattie, get in the car.
I'll ring you.
I found some cheese. And pickles. I'm sorry you took offence. You know about Lana. People do speak in haste.
How much butter did you put on this?
I didn't mean it.
Could have done with a bit more cheese.
Here, have some of mine. And of course, Lana can stay. You were right, she is our guest.
Did you put any sugar in this?
Well, I'm a bit dry here, drivers.
Empty, is it?
Oh, no, spotted me. Well, I think I'll have another orange juice then. Another one.
It's not my shop now, it's over to you.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I hope the bride doesn't find out about this, you know. Told you, you're better off on your own set. Same again.
Cheers, Buzz.
Hey, that's not what you said to me.
I know, you've got to say it, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I bet you all the fellas in this pub say they don't care about things when they do.
It's the kids I miss, you know. It's useless, really, between me and well, worse than useless. It should never have happened. But I miss the kids. I miss them running into the bedroom while you're half asleep and waking you up. Makes it seem worth waking up for somehow.
It's funny, isn't it? You don't know what something's like till it's happened. I mean, do you know what scares me most about this baby? How I'm going to feel about it. I mean, it's on my mind all the time. The baby's not even born yet.
I think about mine all the time.
Well, it scares me, that. The responsibility. Oh, cheer up, you two. You look like you've been to a funeral. Talking about his kids. Do you know he's got two?
One's 2 and one's 5.
Go away. That's Simon's 12 months now.
Didn't know you had a kid.
No, he's not mine. He's my brother's, like. But, well, I'm the only one who kind of looks after him, you know. I'm Debbie. Oh, yeah. His brother's dead.
Oh, sorry.
He's walking and talking and that now, you know. I don't hardly see him, but when I do, he always recognises me. He's going to university, you know, mate. You are? With his mother. Hey, she got that sorted, yeah? Yeah, when she goes for the lectures and that. He goes to the nursery, doesn't he?
Mine, I've got this childminder. Wife works, you see.
That's what Sue wants, a childminder. But they're not talking about cars. Oh, yeah? Well, if you think this is bad, just wait till next year.
Hiya! Yes, go on, higher.
And careful, she might fall off.
I'll catch her. Won't I, Jess? It's like flying.
I want to fly.
You are lucky to have a garden.
Yeah, it's usual here.
So good for the children.
Amy likes children.
Supper's sort of ready. Come on, Jessica. It's time to wash your hands.
One last go, eh?
It's good to see him happy again, isn't it? We haven't seen him like that for a long time.
I had noticed.
Let's go and get a drink. What about you?
Yes, please.
My dollies want one too.
What about you?
No thanks, Dad.
Your father's so proud of you.
You know what fathers are.
And of Liverpool. It's like he owns it all.
He's first generation, you see. He never quite got over the excitement.
It's an exciting place.
So, we must show you everything.
Come on, Amy.
She's nice.
Did you tell Dad Alison will be here today?
Yes. But I didn't invite him round. He just came.
We would.
Oh, come on, Michael. Don't be so hard on him. Inside, he's very sad. First Mama and then Mei Lin.
Mother died 5 years ago.
Do you remember what I was like when I was 17? I didn't want to toe the line. I did exactly what I wanted. You were doing so well. And Mum was alive. He had enough to keep him happy. But when Mama died, it was different. He had enough to bear without worrying about me. So,
I can't live my life how he wants.
you've already made that clear, haven't you?
Not being a consultant, you mean?
The sky has always been the limit for you as far as Dad's concerned.
What do you think of Alison?
I like her very much. But she's different, isn't she? She doesn't always understand.
You think I should marry Amy?
Give Amy a chance, that's all. Give yourself a chance.
Here's your umbrella.
Oh, Tom.
I didn't need it after all.
No, you were lucky.
Aren't those little hills real cute?
Those little hills are English mountains.
If you say so. Here, I brought you something.
Oh. Oh, that's nice.
Where's Harry?
He's in there.
Hi. This is for you.
Paul's still in one piece, is he?
Oh, yes, he's fine. But you know, you gotta be careful with him. Do you know that Mona told me he once tried to poison her?
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, yes, please. We've walked for miles. You know, Gerald dragged us clear up to the top of a hill.
I think we could all do with a cup of tea.
And look what he's bought me to read. Rogue Harry's and, Judith Paris. They're all about the Lake District. Gerald's going to take me to see all these places once I've read about them.
How long are you thinking of stopping?
I don't know, a month at least.
Oh, that's good, because there's a few places I'd like to show you.
I don't think the camp better last another month.
Oh, don't worry about that. Mona and Gerald have asked me to stay with them. I only came back to pick up a few things.
Oh, you mean you're going back up there?
I always said Mona was all right.
I told Mona about you and me, and you're invited too. You can spare him, can't you? You can get along without him for a week or two.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Hey, make sure you wash behind you, these. I'll turn it in, will ya? You know what Sue wants you to be a good boy, Teddy. Why don't you wash behind your own ears, eh? Hey, pack it in. I'm not having that.
Hey, come on.
Hey, get him, get him. Look, it's Dad, I'm soaked now. I have to go home.
I ain't gonna manage that, like.
Oh, there's a taxi outside, isn't it?
How many of you had that?
That's all, same as you.
How many of you had Don't look at me.
What are we gonna do?
Hey, we'll have to get a taxi.
Hi, Jed. Hi, is that you? Yeah, it's Mom. Oh, gosh, you sound so close. You sound like you're right next door. Oh, great, just great. Yeah, you know where I'm going next? The lakes, the English
How
lakes.
much are you going to be this time?
I don't know.
And you know
Only
who's
you'll
going
save
with
on the
me?
bills when you two aren't
Ralph.
Mona never bothered about things like that.
My new friend.
Mona doesn't need to.
Uh-huh.
Thinks a lot of the boys,
Yeah,
does
we're gonna
Lana.
stay with
Not so
Mona
much he
and
wants to
Gerald.
go home and see them.
Oh,
Keeps in
my
touch with them all the
God,
time.
They are so British.
You're never
now.
alone with the phone.
Well, anyway, how are the kids?
Right. A bath for you, and then bed.
I'll come too.
Shall I make a start on the washing up?
No, there's no need for you to bother. You're a guest.
Stay and talk to Michael. He can make some coffee.
I'll help with that then.
Later, I come in. Not too strong, mind.
Come on, Dad. He knows.
Yes, I forgot. I should trust him, shouldn't I?
Kiss Mummy good night.
Good night, Mummy. I'll be up in a minute, Jess. Come on.
OK, now what book do you want Daddy to read you tonight? And not Goldilocks and the Three Bears, okay?
She's a lovely child.
My pride and joy, as they say.
I'll do that.
You're a guest.
You're tired. My father's a doctor. And my brother. I know how tired they get.
I've heard all about your family.
Has your father been very heavy?
Yes,
That's not my choice.
I know.
Come sit down. I'll make you a cup of coffee.
Thank you.
You're on duty soon.
Duty?
Story reading duty.
That's pleasure.
I'm sure it is. Right. What should we talk about while we're waiting for the kettle?
Seen her at all. Well, I'll let you know at once if I do. I wish I had. The police haven't any news, then? Oh, no, it's very worrying. I mean, she could be out there... Well, anywhere. Look, I'll ring later and see if there's any news. All right, goodbye.
Hi there.
Hello.
We've just come to pick up the stuff that Mona left from Las Vegas. I brought my porter.
Yep, and chauffeur.
Right, well, come in. Ready to go, then, are you?
Yep, but I don't think we'll make as good progress as you did yesterday. Not in Harry's old car.
Oh, he's letting you borrow it, then?
Yeah, and he didn't say a word.
Are you sure Mother wants these Mickey Mouse dolls?
If it's on the list.
And the Elvis Presley T-shirt?
I think she wants to give that to Gerald as a present. Oh, they make such a lovely couple.
Well, it's never too late to start again.
Keep an eye on Mother for me, won't you? Let me know how she gets on.
You only saw her yesterday.
Yes, well, she can go up and down.
Oh, my God, your worries have got worries. You should have seen the fuss she made yesterday, just because Mona forgot to put some water in with the potatoes. No big deal. We had bread instead. Oh, you should have seen Mona and Gerald on their honeymoon in Vegas. They were the happiest couple in the world.
You all right?
It's this.
Whoever did it knew what they were doing.
I should hope so. Cost me a week's wages.
I want it to look nice for your dad.
Give us a comb. Your roots need doing.
I know.
I could do them for you.
Would you?
Yeah, make you look great. We don't know how the holiday's gone, do we? Might have rained every day. Still, this is what's real. Anyone can get on holiday.
He's lived here with Sheila too.
It was horrible not knowing where you were.
I know I should have written. I started. I was just so down. Those same four walls.
Well, you should have written. You should have told us. You should have come home.
I couldn't. Not then. When I came back, I had to be able to do it in style. I had to be able to hold my head up.
It's great having you here, you know.
The day your dad went off with Sheila, I wanted to run after him. I had all these things I wanted to say to him. He wasn't here for me to say them. Now it doesn't seem so easy. I'm almost dreading them coming back.
You've still got a chance.
Yeah. I've still got that secret weapon. What do I know that Sheila Grant doesn't?
Yeah, hang on to that, will you?
Mammy, that's heavy. What's in it?
My shoes.
Well, like horseshoes.
Well, we're going for a couple of weeks, aren't we?
Well, you won't need very much. I mean, Mother doesn't do a lot of entertaining.
Yeah, I think that should do it.
Hope you haven't overloaded that car. It's not as young as it was.
Harry, it wasn't young when we bought it. Right, come on then, wagons away.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Don't mention it.
And don't do anything I wouldn't.
Chance would be a fine thing.
I'll give your love to your mother.
Oh, thank you.
That kid looks as though she could do with a wash. Haven't you had a bath in your house?
She hasn't been at my house.
Do you mean to say that room's been empty all this time? If you had told me, you could have had Lana back.
Well, I'm glad I didn't then. Don't you think I've enough on my plate as it is?
If you had, I'd still have Ralph here.
Where do you think you've been?
Don't shout at me.
You've caused a lot of people a lot of worry.
I'm sorry.
Is that it, then?
Well, at least you've got your house back to yourself again, Harry.
I suppose so.
We're going right back into the house and we're going to phone the home.
You won't tell them where I am, will you?
Well, of course I will. They're responsible for you.
Oh, don't let them make me go back again.
Look, this has got to stop. I want to know what's been going on. Where have you been?
I've just come from the home. Honest.
So how is it they've been looking for you for 2 days?
Have you seen a solicitor yet?
No, but I've got a list.
There'll be no need.
You've always had beautiful hair. It's a shame you got it cut off.
It's better like this.
Oh, our Tracy's a beautiful little cutter. I bet they don't have them like here down in Bristol.
They've got all sorts down there.
How do you know? You've never been?
I have. I've been to London besides the competition.
Have you?
Yeah, I went with Jamie.
I've been away a long time.
Yeah.
Well, you're back now, and that's all that matters. Just you make sure you get what's rightly yours.
It might not be that easy.
If it's Sheila Grant you're talking about, I shouldn't worry about her. You should never have let her in this house in the first place.
It's nothing to do with me.
I know I never thought much of Billy Corkill, but he is your husband, and if you want him, well, I suppose it's up to you. When's he coming back?
Next Monday.
Then I'll make sure I'm round here. You don't want to be on your own at a time like that.
That's the last thing that'll help. This has got to be between me and Billy.
And that woman. 2 to 1's not fair.
I don't want you here.
Well, somebody needs to be.
Don't worry, Nan. It won't be 2 to 1. I'll make sure I'm here.
No.
I'll look after you, Mum.
Why don't you sit down?
I don't have to sit down all the time, just some of it.
Yeah, well, you know what'll happen, don't you, if you don't rest? You'll end up in hospital.
Oh, and we can't have that, can we? I mean, who'd look after you?
You know what I mean.
You need looking after, don't you? A cab driver forgets to bring his cab home.
What else could I do, eh? Did you want me to get nicked for drunk driving? What would we do then, eh?
But you'd have never gone out if it hadn't been for Barry Grant. He's never done you any good, that one. Listen, I'm sorry if I'm being a rat bag. It's just I was worried sick when I got back and you weren't here. I didn't have a clue where you'd gone.
Look, I know it was stupid.
You see, well, it's just only time. I mean, all the time I'm waiting, wondering if it'll happen. Wondering what it'll be like when it does. Worrying if the babe will be all right.
I'm waiting too, you know.
I know, but I mean, you can't feel it, can you? You get these kind of early contractions. There's a proper name for them, and well, you're not sure whether the baby's starting or not. I mean, what if the baby had started when you were out? What if I couldn't have found you?
I don't know what you're worrying about. I mean, there's over a month to go yet, isn't there?
Well, they're never quite sure, you know. It could be early, Terry.
Rod? God, you made me jump then.
It's about next week.
What about it?
Well, when my dad comes home, I don't think he should be here.
Well, I've promised me Nan, haven't I?
Yeah, you've promised me Nan, but what does she know?
Well, she can count. She knows my mum's going to be outnumbered 2 to 1.
You make it sound like there's going to be a fight or something.
Well, that's why I want to be here, to make sure there isn't.
Look, you don't know what's going to happen. They could say all kinds, things you wish you hadn't heard. I think it's best if you're not here.
What are you on about, Tracy?
Nothing. I just think it's best if you keep out the way.
Doesn't sound like nothing to me. Do you know something I don't?
No?
Then what's all the fuss about then?
Nothing. Look, I think we should leave them to it. I won't be here if you won't.
Ah, suit yourself. I know I'm going to be here. I've promised me Nan I'll be here. And I will.
I'm sorry I got held up in the lab.
I'm all right for time. My father's taking care of Jessica.
And Amy, no doubt. All right, Caroline, what did you want to say?
I didn't know they were going to be here yesterday.
Your father did that on purpose, didn't he? He wanted me to know about her.
He's afraid for Michael.
Are you saying I'm some kind of a threat?
My father only wants to do what he thinks is best.
Well, he needn't worry about me then. It's true, I thought Michael and I might get close. Hope for it. But not anymore.
That's how it is with Michael.
Oh, it's not just Michael. What do you want, Caroline?
I want Michael to be happy. And I want Jess to have a mother. And when things are more settled, I want to be able to feel free again. And I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Are you warning me off?
No. But I am warning you. You're up against a lot more than you know about.
Would you like a banana?
Can I?
I wouldn't be offering you one if you couldn't have it. When was the last time you ate?
I don't know.
Long time ago, I'd say.
I'm all right.
Look, there's food in the home, and a nice warm bed and people who want to help you. So why do you keep running away?
There's all the rules.
We all have to live by rules. The sooner you learn that, the better. I wouldn't be doing you any favours if I let you do exactly what you wanted. Why don't you go and have a bath?
I'm all right.
No, you're not. You're filthy, and so are those clothes. I'll wash them for you while you're in the bath.
Why can I have it?
And I'll have them all clean and tidy when the social worker gets here. And I don't want any fuss about that either.
Can I use your bath salts?
All right. No, don't do that here. Leave your clothes on the landing.
As many bath salts as I want.
It was your father's idea that Amy should come, wasn't it?
And Maylin's parents. They cooked it up together.
So why does that involve Michael? Like you said, she's your father's guest.
She's come to meet Michael. If he isn't polite, my father will lose face.
You make it sound like Michael has no choice.
Look, you mustn't blame my father. He's only doing what he thinks is right. And his attitudes stem from thousands of years of tradition.
But Michael was born here.
Into a Chinese family. We're Chinese. It's our way. It's in Michael's bones. It's part of his makeup.
I think I've been underestimating your father. He seems so polite.
He's afraid of losing Jessica. And Maylin's parents are too.
Well, why should they do that?
They will, if Michael marries the wrong person.
Meaning me?
Alison, how will she learn our ways?
Michael will teach her.
Maylin's mother should do that. That's why they want her to go to Hong Kong.
But she's Michael's child.
I know it's difficult to understand, but it would be so much easier if you would just let her go.
What about him? What about what he wants?
Look, I'm not saying it's right, but what he wants doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
No. Jessica is the only grandchild for two families. She is their future. Jessica is their only hope. They won't let you take that away from them.
There you are. Thought you'd drowned.
I didn't want to get out.
Oh, that's all right. I like a nice wallow myself.
Look, my fingers have gone all crinkly.
Yes, I remember. Lucy used to like doing that too when she was a little girl. I think we'd better do something about your hair.
Your mum used to bath me when I was little.
Mothers do.
That was before she went away.
I'm sorry.
I was only 6. She didn't like us. She just went.
She must have liked you if she bathed you.
Do you like me?
Of course I do. But it doesn't mean you can stay.
Why not?
Well, we mustn't rush into these things.
It's Paul, isn't it? He doesn't like me.
Look, your father wants you to go back to the home. He wants you to go back to him as soon as possible.
What does he know?
He's your father.
He doesn't know anything. If he did, well, he wouldn't make me stay there, would he?
It's not easy for Michael to do exactly what he wants. Even to know what he wants.
Or get it.
Think of it from my father's point of view. He supported Michael. He gave him everything with the expectation that in turn, Michael would accept his own responsibilities.
So he has to pay for it for the rest of his life?
It's not that simple. What's wrong with thinking that the family is important? What's wrong with thinking about others? I've learned it's not always so easy to stand on your own, you know.
I know that. What about love?
It's lovely.
Any man that turned you down had to be a fool.
It doesn't always work like that, though, does it?
No.
Mum, remember that fella you told me about? Was he in Bristol?
Yeah.
Did you live with him?
Do you hate me?
No, of course not. What was he like?
We'll leave it, Tracy.
No. I need to know. If I don't fill in the gaps, I feel like I don't know you.
There's a lot of gaps on both sides.
Yeah, and I'm grown up.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you.
So, tell me.
Well, he wasn't up to much.
Well, why then?
You've never been on your own.
I have. I was on my own in London. Why do you think I came home?
I couldn't come home, so I held on to Peter. I held on for too long. I let him spend my money. I let him keep me waiting. I let him tell me what to wear. I nearly let him destroy me.
Why?
Because leaving your dad took all the guts I'd got. I hadn't any strength left. It took me 12 months to get it back, and when I did, I threw Peter out.
Is that when you stopped writing?
Yeah. I thought you'd think I'd just made another mess, so...
You told me he was Mr. Right.
It was a lie.
Did you know about him?
No.
Did he write to you?
Of course not.
Well, you said it stopped. It must have started.
I wrote to you, too.
A couple of cards, that's all. No news.
What could I have said? I've got another bloke and I'm all right. How would that have made you feel? If I'd told the truth, it would have been worse. I've got another bloke and I'm in hell. How could I tell you that? You were my little girl. I wanted to spare you that.
How do you think I felt not knowing? Don't you think that hurt?
I'm sorry.
I wanted to come and find you. I would have.
I didn't know where she was.
I didn't give an address.
How do I know that's the truth? How do I know where I am, my own mother and my own nan, and you didn't tell me?
I did it for you.
Oh, thanks. I needed you. I needed you. And you weren't there.
There we are. Might as well go downstairs now.
No,
Why ever not? It looks all right.
I don't want to.
Oh, we can't hang about up here.
Well, you don't have to.
Oh, yes, I do. I am not having that sort of behaviour here.
I'm sorry.
I'm going downstairs. I'm going to finish ironing your clothes, and then you're going back to the home.
No.
What do you mean, no? You'd stand a better chance of being asked to stay here if you showed some sense.
But I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go.
You're going back where you belong.
I can't. I daren't.
Why ever not? What is this?
You told me not to tell.
Tell what?
Nothing.
What is it you're not supposed to tell?
Nothing. I shouldn't have said that.
Look, if something's the matter, you must tell me.
He said I'd be in trouble if I did.
Is somebody hurting you? Is somebody hitting you?
No. I'm making it up.
Look, I want to help you. Is it someone at the home? Is that why you don't want to go back?
You said you wouldn't believe me.
But I do believe you. I will believe you. But you've got to tell me.
Keeps touching me.
keeps touching you?
He says I like it, but I don't. I can't stop him.
You poor child.
He says he can't help it. He says it's my fault.
No, don't blame yourself. You mustn't blame yourself. Look, I want to help you. I want to do something. But you've got to tell me who it is.
I can't. I did. I shouldn't have told you. Don't tell anybody, will you? Don't tell on me, please.
St James's Hospital is never quiet. We follow the day-to-day running of this real-life drama next in Jimmy's.